Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today I rise to support American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. The Go Red for Women campaign is an incredible public awareness initiative spearheaded by the American Heart Association to promote heart-healthy lifestyles. And a result of this, we have great results. Since Go Red for Women started in 2004, more than 627,000 women's lives have been saved. And I am so proud that I was an initiator and supporter of Go Red for Women in my great state of Ohio, in the capital city of Columbus. Yes, we have made great progress, Mr. Speaker, but we still have a long way to go in helping to prevent cardiovascular disease, including stroke. Cardiovascular diseases claim more lives each year than all forms of cancer combined. And it's just not women, Mr. Speaker. That includes men also. However, women do have a higher risk of stroke than their male counterparts. In fact, 90% of all women have one or more risk factors for developing heart disease. Collectively, cardiovascular disease and stroke cause 1 in 3 women's death each year, killing approximately 1 woman every minute. Yet, even with these eye-catching statistics, according to the American Heart Association, almost half of all the women, Mr. Speaker, are not aware of heart disease and that it is the leading cause of death for women. For African American women like me, the risk of heart disease is far greater. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death for African American women, killing almost 50,000 women annually. Of African American women ages 20 and older, 49% have heart disease. But only 1 in 5 African American women believe they are personally at risk. Mr. Speaker, I was one of them. I suffered a cerebral brainstem stroke in 1999. But after my personal experience, I decided to do something about it. I decided to get more engaged, and I am so proud to say that I was appointed to serve on the American Heart Association board. And at that time, I was the only non-healthcare professional or cardiovascular physician on the board. That is why, Mr. Speaker, when I came to Congress, I decided that I would be engaged, and I became the co-chair of the Congressional Heart and Stroke Coalition, where my colleagues and I worked very hard to raise the awareness about the prevalence and the severity of cardiovascular disease. Last Congress, Mr. Speaker, I introduced the Return to Work Awareness Act, which would assist survivors of stroke and other debilitating health occurrences to be able to return to work. Mr. Speaker, I will always be an active participant in education and awareness. I will reintroduce that important piece of legislation this month during American Heart Month. And I invite all my colleagues, Democrat and Republican, to join me in sponsoring this piece of legislation. This month, as we celebrate American Heart Month, let us recommit ourselves to becoming more educated about cardiovascular diseases, improving our heart health, and continuing to fight against this devastating disease. Today, Mr. Speaker, I want the nation to know that women will stand in the Capitol on steps, and we will have our photo taken all dressed in red, because we want to stand united to help educate this nation that if we stand together, maybe, just maybe, we can send a strong signal to America that we can fight against this disease. I want to personally thank Nancy Brown for allowing me to serve with her on the board, and welcome the new CEO, Stephen Hauser, and so many of the volunteers across this nation and the leaders, because we know, Mr. Speaker, that we need to recognize all Americans who are battling heart disease and express gratitude to all of them.
The gentlewoman's time is
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back.
The gentlewoman yields back.